click this button and then say, yo, what up?
Oh, what is up, my French mon ami?
That's a crazy energy coming right off the gate. I love it. We have Ryukyu 2 under a weird symbol, the air symbol.
You thought vanilla was good, but what about French vanilla? It must be superior, non?
I now see the bit. I see where the bit is. Okay. So we've got a bunch of French vanilla cards. I am laughing. So I read your thing a little bit. Said my friend wanted me to put together a Ryukyu 2 list. Give me a bit of a backstory. Hand me what we're looking at here.
So my friend is not a deck builder at all, so I do most of the deck building between the pair of us. We share a collection, yada yada. And we opened a Ryukyu 2 promo. You know, she's in the hoodie, she's looking cute, and he's like, I want to play this. I know it won't be good, but I want to play this.
Sure.
So I set to work. I got in the kitchen, and the problem is you can only put the simplest of ingredients in Ryukyu 2's very sensitive tum-tum, or she gets upset. No?
Agreed.
So I was trying to come up with anything to make her just punch above her weight, which is where the Warp Gate Portal Sniping Spy synergy just kind of glared at me. Because I went through all the symbols, I put together every French vanilla and vanilla attack and went, what can I put together from this? And air is actually, because of the Warp Gate Portal stuff, the one that stood out to me the most.
Yeah.
Just stapling 2 attacks together in a 5-hander is a very needed. And then I just went through the air foundations and tried to put something together, and here we are.
Okay.
And so my thing is, I only really looked at the French vanilla and vanilla cards, but just because she can't pump it doesn't mean we can't play cooler things. If they're really synergistic with the rest of the attack package, for example. And I kind of just went with a curve of foundations, but I'm also playing a 1-check at a 4 of because we just need to see this as many copies of this card as possible.
Right.
That's how we kill people. So I don't know if I need to perhaps trim the 2s, up the 0s, or just live a life of danger.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through
and that's why I come to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through the attacks real fast and make sure that we are finding the best that we can find. And then we will figure it out. We'll figure it out. This has 2 abilities. That stinks. I was really excited for that card. But I have to slowly roll through things because it's a little tough to Zera's Flames. Let's rock it. It's a little tough to like know exactly which cards really work. Maybe there's an idea where it's supposed to be a charge deck. That's interesting.
I did like Zeru's Flames. I just didn't have, like, that would require a really good foundation lineup for it though, because you just want to max those enhances and they aren't on the card.
Yeah, that makes total sense. You have 2 abilities. You have the throw keyword. How lame.
Also, isn't going through attacks for this deck just agony?
Yeah, it really is.
Because you just have to read everything and then go, oh, I've read too much.
That does only have 1 ability. This is kind of funny. Yeah, this makes sense. And then oh, just kidding. Sorry, everybody. This is really boring.
This is the perfect way to end your night. You just get to go to sleep
Yeah.
scrolling UVS.
Yeah.
I am the ultimate torturer.
Has flash. Has combo and EX. Oh. Okay. I'm out of jail. Let's see what gets added here. So I really like the idea of like trying to figure out like, obviously biting grab is really good, right? If we take and we change tornado charge from it to something like sniper's combo, we're allowed to do this like really neat card pool clearing idea. To like say that as we're playing more attacks, this one is less impactful if it gets checked, right? But
Yeah.
like it says things that like floating drop doesn't work, and then I jumped into the idea of like, well, this card also only has one ability and it's a charge. I thought this was for each charge in your card pool. Just kidding. This card's bad. And then I looked at Hula Hoop and it's ranged, and this is always a, if you just play it second, it's a 6 for 9 as a 4 diff, which is kind of cool. Right? So you like Warp Gate Portal into Hula Hoop and just like slam them for 9 for kind of free.
I think that
like,
definitely deserves at least a 1 of.
Is this card, is Hula Hoop better than the 2 of Flaming Arrow that we have? Because like, do you want to play Flaming Arrow all by its lonesome? And we already have a different powerful 3 move to play that's like slightly bettered stats.
Oh, I'm down to lose the arrow.
Yeah, let's lose the arrow, and let's put in a Hula Hoop because it's kind of funny. And then I was looking at Phantom Cross, and it's the exact opposite of what Warp Gate Portal's trying to do.
It also has 2 abilities.
It has Breaker. Oh no, I can't read. That's a shame. And then my next one is Fire Dagger Flourish. This being a 6 mid for 6 that destroys one of the committed foundations is kind of silly. I don't know what my block zones look like. Hula Hoop Horn Cannon.
It's mostly mid. It's like 30 mid, 15 or something like that.
How do you feel about how many 64 cards? Yeah.
So now that we're running, once I devoted to running for a Warp Gate, I was down to have like a random Horn Cannon in case I needed to like have 1 card be 3 moves.
Sure. Yeah, I don't hate it. I really like Horn Cannon. I think Horn Cannon is really cool. I almost just like want to take out some of these mids for it though, right? Like I just like want less mids. Like we could kill Tornado Charge and just like put in another Horn Cannon and probably feel great. Like how many attacks are we trying to run? We're a 5-handed.
I don't really want to mess with the numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, because we need to, so that's why I want to keep the ratio kind of high so that we draw attacks.
Sure.
And that's why I'm running like an amount of every draw foundation we can to draw attacks.
Yeah. Okay. Let's take, is there any action asset that matters? Did I click anything else? No. I don't hate an Ares Smile. There's something cool about stacking the top, but no, probably not.
I know Juvenile Mayhem was a thought because sealing means that it doesn't have any abilities, so that you can just, and if you're already running pretty vanilla attacks, you're not really negging yourself, and you get to still stat it.
I just don't know how we're clearing it, right? What do you say? You an attack?
If it's blocked, then it clears itself, and if it's not blocked, then I just got a big punch in.
Yeah. Have you played the deck with Juvenile?
No.
Okay. I want this card to work.
I'm gonna call right now. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, maybe it might just be Juvenile, but I'm not I'm not sold, you know? If it is not blocked, draw 2 cards. I mean, this might be one of the things that like fixes our 7 hands or 5 hand size problems. Is like even just like running 2 of this and like with the opener, like accidentally, like they're gonna get the 2/2 anyways, right? But like you can warp gate into the juvenile, then play. Does this? It doesn't.
Play this into a warp gate.
Yeah. Play
Well,
this.
I guess you're saying.
We don't want to play it into a warp gate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For your next form this turn, yeah. I think actually, I think juvenile is very cool for a non-warp gate deck. I think that's neat. But I think that warp gate actually just like trips this up because I don't want to go juvenile into warp gate. I don't want to go warp gate in. I can't go warp gate into juvenile because it says your next form this turn. So like I can't even like warp gate play this and then play the thing. But like it might be good enough outside of it. Unsure. Man, I'm so unimpressed by Tornado Charge. It's just like the one thing that's like staring me in the face of just like I just don't like this one.
I mean, we can move it to something else. My only thought was, like, if I'm holding Warp Gate Portal and the throw, right? Like that's a turn, right there. Or
yeah, I don't hate that. What if we like just like made it a 2 of take single spiral and put it up to a 4 of, right?
I'm down for that.
Like
because
5 high
single
for
spiral
7
is like
feels great.
I dare you to not take the 7. I'll find more attacks.
Yeah. I don't.
You terrible opponent, you.
Yeah, good sensor. I like that. We will move on to the foundations and see what's up.
I do think with this character, the foundations is where the sauce will be.
You've taken damage. That's pretty good. Another -1 damage. That's pretty good. There's an idea of clasp, but is there a better high block? I'm gonna put it in the sideboard as a just in case.
Yeah.
Because
we might just want to up the number of zeros.
She just say unblocked.
She says unblocked.
Okay.
But you're probably taking less damage if you block something than unblocked -1 most of the time. So it's still not yeah.
Especially
so
with
like
clasp. If your card leaves your card pool, ready it. That's neat. This card also has accidental damage reduction. Yeah. This card has accidental damage reduction. I don't know which one you're supposed to play. Why weightless?
I needed a high 1 diff, and I noticed a lot of my cards were already flipping themselves, so ready the readies.
Love it.
If you look at my block zones, it's like 33, 14, 15 or something like that. Like it's...
Yeah, that's a lot.
And yeah, like half blocking can only get you so far. Correct. So I know I need to fix that.
Digital cool and tough, feeling cute. Okay. I think this card is so cool. It just like makes me want to play cool ranged stuff.
I had it at a 1 of at one point, but then I looked at my 35 mids, and only half of my attacks benefiting from it in my 5-hander, and decided it was something that had to go.
No, probably not. I really like Hungry for Fame as like an idea. Just because like if you hit them with a cool card, you get to pick it up and then play it again. Like and like you give big stats, right? This says flip, commit, draw an attack card, which is just like really good. Yeah. Like it's probably just better than what this has got going on. but maybe not. Like maybe it's like a 1-on-1 idea. Like be happy with it there. Can't be Fearless Frog. Incompatible quirks. I mean, I'm always just gonna recommend it, right? Ryukyus, we don't draw enough. Yeah, we've got just like the classic. There's an idea where first impressions is actually kind of tight in this deck, depending on what you warp gate. Warp gate is, so it's a 7 for 10 that if they happen to block it, the next one is just unblockable. And so you grab the sniping spy and it's a 10 for 10, right? I think it's plus, I guess 4 damage. So 7, 8, 9. It's a 10 for 9. It's like one first impressions says that like they just like they're taking 10 that turn because they can't deal with both of them.
And what if you just like lead with the throw instead? They're just gonna feel real sad.
Yeah. It's a 10
I'm here
damage
for it.
throw. It's cool. I like it. Okay. And then we're gonna get crazy, but just like we'll see. Is there anything cool enough to do it? The answer is probably not. Okay. Yeah, I think 64 is the number?
Yeah.
Okay. Block zone. What mids am I allowed to cut from here? I mean, the answer is like this one gets to leave, and it could be copies of Hungry for Fame, because you're gonna land moves, and this is flip, commit, draw an attack card as opposed to draw a random. And this can be played on defense to then pick up a thing instantly. Like go pick up your 0 mid block, go pick up your 0 low block.
Yeah, because you got great block mods.
Yeah, you really do. Yeah, I want to cut the expertise altogether and just play double Hungry for Fame.
Get him.
Get him. 2 block zones.
Dragon's Fortitude is probably a card that can go in this deck. Now that I'm like actually looking at cards.
Yeah, it's because like we've got momentum outs like floating like Horn Cannon that we really want to use, like Hungry for Fame. Like this is just better than the -3. It just really depends on like how much are we going to be blocking. If we want to block, then we should whatever. But like I mean, this is a perfect. We cut these 2 mids for these 2 lows, and then we're off to the races. We were at 64, 65. Am I crazy? It's 64, right? Okay.
Yep.
17, 31, 16 just looks cleaner.
These are some good Nomu numbers. And she's just a Nomu. She's a worse Nomu, but she's a Nomu.
There's an idea where like Teacher's Guidance becomes another copy of First Impressions. Because like this is always going to be relevant on the first move that you play. Like +2, +5, and then +5, +2. Or 5, yeah, +5, +2 is like good. And this like we don't need momentum, you know? Like it's good.
I do see this is one of the few decks where like this card is gonna shine though, because she can take a punch better than almost anyone in
well, she's a -1 damage. I don't know. That's not.
Yeah, but she's on 36 health.
Sure.
She has like a functional 40 health to take it with.
I wanna drop it down to a 2-of. I want to do 2 and triple First Impression.
Yeah.
What are my blocks here? There is an idea where instead of weightless, you could be playing things like problem solving. You discard cards with latent skill. You discard cards with shameless. Followed by when you get stunned, you get to re-ready, similar to what Weightless does. Weightless a little more proactive than reactive, but it like works in slightly different ways. The other idea is it could be clasp for just more actual spam, and then leverage that health total
I'd
a
go
little
with
bit
clasp
higher.
first.
Yeah.
Just because you get to build more on those on that first turn in case you hit the one.
Yeah, I'm into it.
My friend's gonna learn how to build in the face of a one check.
Yeah. And I think that might be it.
Yeah. It is a simple dish, but sometimes you just need to nudge the ingredients a little.
Yeah. I dig it. If you want to get like absolutely nuts with it, I mean, you could figure out how to put in 4 sniping spy, and I bet the deck is still like super good. I mean, even just clearing a 3 check, like it gets +2/+4, and it clears the card from the card pool. It's probably not bad. But I'm not 100% sold that the deck needs it. But boy howdy, warp gate into sniping, just like do that 4 times, and I don't know how you lose the game.
Yeah, that's just a lot of. That's why I saw it and I was like, that's a lot of stats on one card, on low progressive.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's it. I think this is the list to start rocking.
Heck
Final
yeah.
thoughts?
I dig it. Yeah. No.
All right.
I
then.
like.
Let me shoot you the list, and then you have a good rest of your night. Good luck with Ryukyu too. This is the first time I've seen like a really competent Ryukyu too, like really trying to absolutely go for it. It's cool.
Thank you. Thank you.